Hey there. What is Find Your Path Academy? It is really hard to break it down into a short little video, but I'm going to do my best. It is a 1 to 2 day a week educational program for homeschool families where we integrate language arts, history, Spanish, leadership, self-discovery, entrepreneurship, and anything your child is really interested in learning about into a project-based experience for your youth and your family, where we choose to challenge ourselves to grow out of our comfort zone and to make the world a better place. These experiences will be extremely valuable for your family. You will learn to network with other youth and families to complement each other's gifts and interests so that you can creatively solve some of the problems you see in your family and in the world around you. You will learn resilience, creative problem solving, effective communication, and other principles that allow you to understand who you are and what you're capable of and make a difference for good in the world. You will also implement connective systems in your life and home that allow you to acquire the habits that help you make and reach inspired goals in all different areas of your life. There are 4 core areas that work together to bring about this work. They are the warrior journey, entrepreneurship, humanitarian work, and nature studies through permaculture and georgics. And this is what a typical day at Find Your Path Academy would look like. Youth come to class prepared, having read or listened to a short biography around 10 to 20 pages about a person who exemplifies a certain character trait. They will have also watched a short video about that character trait and read a chapter from Find Your Path about it. They'll also come ready to report on the take-home challenges that they chose. We're going to talk about those in just a little bit because we cover those at the end of class. The youth will meet at the ropes course and break out into age groups there to do a challenge activity that relates to a principle we learned about that week. So for example, if we read about Frederick Douglass and how he escaped from bondage, we would discuss the things in life that are holding us back from reaching our potential. An example of an activity about this would be that we could attempt to climb the rock wall with tennis balls in our hands, and then we drop them and try again. After that, we would discuss what the tennis balls represented to us and what we can do in our life to drop something that is holding us back. After that, we will stay in our groups and have a discussion about why the principle is so important and how we can apply it to our own lives. Then the youth will share their take-home challenges, and at the end there will be time for them to choose from a variety of take-home challenges or to write their own. They will have a mini writing lesson before they start writing things down, and the take-home challenges will include skills to practice, subjects to study, and creative projects to try. They are welcome to turn their writing into our writing mentor if they'd like to know how to improve it. Next, youth will work on projects for the garden, the animals, or the greenhouse. They can either create their own projects or help with another project that someone else created. They'll get a mini Spanish lesson at the beginning, and the mentors who can speak Spanish will also speak Spanish throughout the work time so that the youth will have an immersive experience as they work. As they do this, youth will learn about creating optimal environments for growth in the farm and for themselves. Learn how to be self-sufficient through different projects that they can replicate at home, and discern natural law and how it relates to self-government, agency, and freedom. From there, we will discuss what we learned from the land, and by working together, we will talk about how we can use those lessons in our life that week and what projects we feel inspired to work on to help those around us by raising funds or by providing a service. Then we divide into youth-led project groups based on interests and work on group projects for the rest of the class. Mentors will be there to guide and help the youth see their next step in order to increase the likelihood of successful projects. But the youth will also understand that not all projects will be successful, that failure is an important part of the learning process, and that they can use those lessons that they learned in order to increase their chance of success for the next project. Then before they leave, they will plan what they need to do to be prepared to help their group before the next class time, and they will add it to their challenge list. Youth are also welcome back to work on projects or teach classes on Thursdays between 12:30 and 4:30. This is optional, but the extra time will really benefit them for completing and doing well with their projects. And a really important aspect to all of this is, of course, the why. why are we doing entrepreneurial projects? Why are we growing and raising resources and building our skills and gifts and talents? And so at the end of each year, we're going to ask every family and youth who raised money through the entrepreneurial projects to donate a certain amount of it to be able to go on a humanitarian trip and meet the kids in other parts of the world who have very little but who are still so grateful for what they have. And it'll inspire us to be more that way, to work hard, to value our education, and we will to share our love with them. I used to think that, humanitarian trips were kind of a waste of money because we could use that money to help in the needs in other parts of the world instead of actually going. But when I actually went on one, I realized how much they just need to know that we love them. And they're not going to get that from, a gift. They're going to get that from face-to-face interaction and feeling that love from us. And so that's a really important aspect of the school. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the next video, how this whole thing was born and how it all came about. So I'll see you there.